Hey, I wanted to talk real quick about this, the Zoom H6. This is probably the best purchase I've made in the past few years. Really powerful, really has opened up a really slick new world of available high quality recording for me. So I don't really have anything to compare it to, or like a shootout or a big, it's so straightforward and simple that, and I use it in such a simple way that I'm not even going to really be able to walk you through like some deep dive into its features. But I want to tell you how I use it, and maybe that's inspiring to you about how you could use it. Anyway, try to keep this short and sweet, and away we go. So if you're not familiar with this, it's basically a 5-track recorder. 6 technically. It's a stereo plus 4 mono tracks that are going to record as waves. So, and you can put in either a mic or a 1/4-inch cable. There is no phantom power on this unit, so that's one thing to consider, is that if you're going to try to run a condenser mic, you're going to need to have a preamp to do that. But other than that, this is pretty much self-contained, awesome apparatus. So I am in a trio where I'm a multi-instrumentalist, and I switch instruments, and I'm always the singer, and I'm the only singer. And then I always have a bassist and guitar player who are with me. So the way we use this is, the constants are going to be Gene, my guitar player, we're miking his cabinet. Sean, my bass player, we're taking a direct line off his rig. My voice is getting a direct line out of the vocal PA. And then we just change what we're using the stereo mic and what we're using that last mono input for. So if I'm playing drum set, it's easy. We're going to kind of bottom this thing. We're going to have the stereo mic as an overhead, and it's fantastic as an overhead. It's crystal clear, very well balanced, easy to get a great drum sound. And then the one is going to be a little extra boom by getting a mic on the reso side of the bass drum.
She was crazy when I met her, just as crazy as today. And I knew that I would need her, could make her say that if my heart could find no other, I'd be right as that way. Then I saw the way she wants your eyes to stray. And I feel that I must tell you that even though you don't deserve her, she's mad about you. Something crazy in her eyes just says she's mad about you. And there's nothing I can do if she's mad about you.
If I'm playing guitar, then the stereo mic becomes a room mic, just some extra ambiance. And the one extra becomes my guitar rig, either a mic on the cabinet if I'm playing electric, or direct out of my rig if I'm playing acoustic.
First sight, the only line into your heart was a tango in and out. A complicated sleep group that first night. I did not dream of you at all, but in my love live in my heart. Come away. Oh, at first sight, I went about my daily ways, but something different in the maze, the smell of cheese. You would be the one. You would be the one. You would be the one for me. You would be the one. Really right. Then miss with the sheep's clothing, that's not for me. I think you'll find. I'll show you my girlies, but I won't mind. I won't
If I'm playing piano, the stereo mic is capturing the piano, and the last mic is maybe an extra close mic on the piano somewhere.
Only a fool can't distinguish what might have been from what might yet be. Peekaboo heart, baby talk language, stick figure Valentine, drawn you beside me. I'm drowning and lost and then found in you. I'm drowning, I'm lost and then found in you. Only the eyes, and not the finger.
If I'm playing djembe, then it's kind of like the drum set, and we're doing, this is over the head of, pointed back at me, the head of the djembe, and then the last mic is going to wind around to a mic that's near the floor behind my seat to capture the bass frequencies of the bell, sort of.
But I won't let go of you.
If we have a special guest who's playing piano, then we'll sacrifice that room mic to use this for their piano and have the other four as described. We'll do whatever we need to do, and we've done this. For us, it's been fantastic because we're a jazz rock band. We prize the magic of the moment. This has allowed us to record most of our album by just recording everything we do live and finding things we're really happy about that went great, and then taking it back in the studio and maybe adding a couple things in overdubs, but otherwise being kind of done at that point. This has also been sufficient for us to set up and do quick sessions in my living room, where it's kind of like playing a gig, and so we mic it just like we would a gig, and we're very confident with the sound that we get from that. That's how we did our Christmas EP, was just we did a sort of a last minute session in my living room, and it sounds fantastic. And
You got my present under ribbon and bow. You want a fortune, but I think that I know. I heard a rumor, I hope that it's true. Please let my present be you. You try to hide it, but I look how to love.
so I can't recommend this thing enough. If you're someone who's trying to create content or trying to just get a good indicative demo of yourself, this is a fantastic way to multi-track on the fly. Sound quality is great. It's really intuitive to use. Other than not having phantom power on board, that's the one thing about it that I wish it had. But you can work around that with a cheap little preamp. If you're a better engineer than me, which you probably are, you'll get an even better sound. Anyway, go out and get one of these. They're pretty affordable, somewhere in the neighborhood of $300 new, and somewhere like $250 used. They don't really depreciate that much right now, but totally worth it. Get the big memory card that stores just hours and hours of music before you have to offload it all. Yeah, so rock on. Can't recommend this enough. And till next time.